Hello, hello. How's it going out there on this Memorial Day, a day of remembering those who have sacrificed their lives for our democracy? Yeah, it's a big day. I hope everyone is having a great 3-day weekend, 4-day weekend, and taking a pause to remember. Hi, Jew. Um, those who sacrifice, the ultimate sacrifice. And um, remembering that we all need to keep fighting for our democracy and our Constitution as written by our founding fathers. Yeah, we need to do that. We are the people. We the people. So for me today, somehow struck me. I started getting all kinds of things sideways, unexpectedly. It's a remembrance day about my mother and father. So I've got a couple combinations of remembrances going on. Mm-hmm. Yeah, George. Hey, George. Hello, hello. So I'm Lucinda, and I hope that I'm not glitchy or, freezing. Well, I'm not freezing, but the video freezing. I'm actually warm. I'm putting on my YouTube channel, and there's about a 15-second lag, but I don't see glitching yet. It's actually muggy where I am. It's about maybe 66, but the kind of fog cloud cover keeps going in and out. So yeah. So today is sorry, and now my nose is running. I mean, come on, life is. If you haven't learned this by now, everyone or anyone who comes in and watches, life is all about the constant, unexpected, inconvenient. Where did that come from? Like it just changes every split second. So, you think you've got it all together. You blew your nose. You did everything before you come on to a live. And then, you didn't. You need to blow your nose. I mean, it's just things like that. You think you've got everything in your car to go to the store. You think you bought everything on your list at the store. Well, no, you didn't. I mean, you're running it somewhere and you're busy. And all of a sudden, your uh, family member calls you that you haven't spoken to, for 2 months. And you got to pick up the phone, but you got to get into the appointment. I mean, this is just life. So I try to accept it and roll with it. So back to me. Today, I'm Lucinda. I am in Northern California. Mondays are a buy it now vintage costume jewelry. And I am drumbeat. Getting back to bringing vintage household items on Mondays. It's not themed. I'm not doing previews yet, but every little step gets me somewhere. Okay. As I said in my welcome to y'all, the vintage household will be starting bids, whereas the jewelry will be a BIN. And I will go back and forth and we'll see what happens. If you bid on something today and you're the winning bid and you've never bought from me before, I will need by this evening your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address with zip code, and your PayPal email. Why? Because I invoice through PayPal. I also do, and I ship through pirate ship, just like everyone that I know of on YouTube. And I know quite a bit of people, but not everyone, because there's hundreds of us. I mean, maybe thousands, for crying out loud. I do 2-week build boxes. So last week was week 1. This is the beginning of week 2. I sell on Mondays, buy it now. Fridays, show and tell. So at the end of this week, week 2, I will begin invoicing over the weekend and early into next week. And your package, after you pay, hopefully will go out by the end of that week. If you ever need it sooner, this is all the housekeeping stuff I have to say. If you ever need something sooner, you want it right away. You don't want to wait. Like I had a wonderful woman come into my sale. I consider her a friend, and she wanted her stuff right away. I invoiced, she paid. I can't mail today because it's Memorial Day, but I will be mailing it out tomorrow. Lenore. Hey, Lenore, how are you? For anyone who doesn't know, Lenore has really wonderful videos that she puts out. She shows her collection of costume jewelry that she buys, and vintage, some modern, which is all really lovely. And there's always kind of a inviting, uplifting discussion. They're not that long, at least not the ones I've seen. And it's just a nice thing to go, especially if you're feeling a little low. So she has a channel. I don't have the link, but there's the name, Lenore Reacts. One day I'll have a mod and something will change. So what should we start with? Should we start with some vintage household? I appreciate you too, Lenore. Let's start with a brand new item in. And I searched and searched and searched to find this exact one. I cannot. I could not. Let's put it that way. I found lots of things like it, but nothing exactly like this. Therefore, it's going to start at 20. Now, I'm going to have to be doing a lot of this reaching because I still haven't set up my whole room back there. It's going to take me a while, y'all. It's only been 2.5 months since my dad passed, and I just, little by little, the little train that could, right? Oh, sorry. Fizzy water. When I picked this up, I immediately thought, Shawnee. Then, since I've had it for only a few days, there's still a little bit of dirt on the bottom. It was stored in someone's basement for years and years and years. Then I thought, Royal Copley. It is this gorgeous. It's either Shawnee from the 30s or it's MCM in the 50s. It is redware, and at one time there was a the non-slip pad. Someone took it off. Hold on. How can I never have seen that before? That's just bizarre. What does it say? I looked and looked and looked at this. Oh no, I hate doing this to y'all. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to help you. Do you see them? There's a maker there, but I don't recognize it. It's not Shawnee. It's not California Pottery. It's in cursive. So I don't know. What I do know is I love the horns. They're not damaged. One has a tiny bit of paint missing, and that's it. It is this lemon yellow that comes down into this incredible green glaze on a green stand on redware that has an incredible bushy tail. And there's something it's hollow, it's redware, it's very tall. I'll measure it. over 8 inches because my head is 8 inches. I've never seen this guy, and I looked at dozens and dozens of deers like this. Yep, the light color is blowing it out. None of that. That helps a little. I couldn't find any with these huge ears and the antlers. None. And this tail, there is some in this color wave. That's the only thing I could find. It weighs absolutely nothing. I'm in love with this. This is, I don't know, but if you like deers, if you like this kind of kitsch, it's incredible. Here's the base. Like I said, I missed a tiny bit of dirt right there. Let me give you the measurements, and that's why it starts at 20. These average start anywhere from 14, and they go up to about 25, but none of them are like him. None of them. There's something very special, and if he doesn't sell today, I will try harder to figure out the name on the bottom. It could just be a hobbyist, but then there would be a lot of these out there, so I don't know. He's 8.5 inches tall. He's 8.5 inches tall, or she, they, and almost 4 inches wide. It's just a beautiful, beautiful thing. If this is what you like. Look at the antlers. It's just incredible. And it's even more incredible to me that it survived this long. It's done so well. Okay, so I'm going to put this down. I don't do recaps. So if someone comes in down the line and is interested in something, drop it in the chat. I'll bring it back up. Drop in the chat that you want it. I'll sell it to you. Or you can email me if you're watching on the replay, but I don't do recaps. Okay, this little darling, believe it or not, starts at 24. I didn't realize what I bought. These were just several of these are things I just bought this weekend at a friend of mine's estate sale. Went down a road in this valley I'd never been on before. I didn't realize when I bought this that it was a Joseph original collection. I quick look at it and I thought it said Japan because black and gold stickers are so Japan. And I was looking at a lot of stuff and dealing with someone who, wanted Etsy prices for stuff. And I was like, that's not how it works. And it's a yard sale. So this little thing is called Sleeping Beauty. It is from the late 1950s. It is a little sleeping naked baby with a butterfly on its bottom. These butterflies are almost always broken. This one's in perfect condition. Look at the sleeping eyes. It's a very 1950s, long lashes. It's on a pedestal. This light is bumming me out. There you go. It's got gold paint. Most of it's intact. This little rose here. Now, Sleeping also came with a Sleeping Prince. I will tell you, if you look these up, single ones like Sleeping Beauty sell for about $45 or $50. And if you have the pair, anywhere from $140 up, they are one of the most collectible Joseph originals out there. Look at those cheeks and the lip. Oh my gosh. I love this baby. And the little feet and the little butt. This is absolutely how my daughter slept. They would sleep like that. And for some reason, their butt was always up as a baby. I never understood it, but they were comfortable. She was comfortable. And then it's just, you know, it's porcelain, obviously. And it's a itsy bitsy little girl. Itsy bitsy little girl. I would say she's probably 2.5 inches across and about 2 inches tall. Even the hair is just absolutely lovely. So look this up. If you collect things like this, and the butterfly, like I said, is perfect. Look it up. Reminds me of my daughter. Okay, let's do one more tiny little household item, which will be, and then we'll do some vintage jewelry. What do you think about that? How is everyone today? Good, I hope. Yes? No? Talk to me, Seymour. Okay, so this is a choice. There's 2 of them. Buy it now for $5. I probably paid a little more than $5 for one of these. But as I told everyone, I'm clearing out some of my personal collection over there. And I have a couple boxes I haven't unpacked because while I was caretaking for my father, I bought a lot of stuff and I want to hone it down to what I want. So this is this bobbing head turtle. Good, George. Bobbing head turtle. And this one is the bigger one. Oops, I'm going to have to take him off my hand. It has pink and orange dots. There's his little head. I love these birds. That's that one. And then this one is a little smaller. And don't get me wrong. Oop, good thing there. I'm not getting rid of any of my personal collection because I don't like it. I just am older and I want to tone it down. Also, I heat by wood stove. So I have to clean it out every 5 days, the ash box. And my collectibles, it's like Dust Catcher City. So here's this one. Let's show you. I love these. They're just painted wood and they bubble nonstop. So let me show you them together so you can see the size difference. Choice your choice, buy it now, $5. I think they'd be so much fun. You know, you could take that earthquake glue putty and push it down on your dashboard and put one of these right there and watch its head bobble, bobble, bobble as you drive. Okay. I just, they're one of those things you just sit and you watch when you're bored. Make them bobble. Give it to your kid. Bobble, bobble. I appreciate everyone that is here. So today is not a day where I spend a lot of time talking about the jewelry that I'm bringing. And I have lower and some middle. And these are actually, I have a couple higher end, but I'm willing to try them at a bit now. Okay, these are going to start at, excuse me, they're not starting at anything. They're a buy it now. Whoosh, I'm here. I promise I'm here. So these are probably 1970s. Let's get it to focus. It doesn't want to. Hold on. There you go. You see the carved. It's not carved. The filigree work. Filigree. Okay. There are times when I absolutely abhor ring lights. There's the filigree work. Here is the front. They're pierced earrings. Here is the front. It's, I believe this is green glass in the front. Now you can tell these are gold tone. It might have had a small bit of actual gold electroplating. It is mostly worn off on this, and they're tiny little pierced earrings. They're super tiny. Very, very dainty and very beautiful. Buy it now for $15. And I've never checked this. I believe they're from the 70s. I want to check the glass. It does not glow. Now, it is possible. It is possible that these are not. Let me show you both together. See, here's the bottom. They're very nice. I don't think they were made in this country. That these are actually like a California jade and not glass. I do not have a Presidium. They are little. Okay, moving on. Moving on. I wonder what I'm going to do one day when I have a bunch of stock that hasn't ever sold jewelry. It's something that I've invested, a lot of time and energy into. What am I going to do? Start making like big bags? I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't want to post on eBay anymore. So let's do this. This is, I love this piece, and these have a wide range of prices, and there's a wide range of them. So this is somewhere in the middle of all. It's in its original box. It is a charm. It is made by Diegus OC and Clust, New York, Providence, Rhode Island. And this is really cool. If you're as old as me, you'll remember. And if at one time, someone used to be in here all the time claimed it, but then I asked them in IG if they wanted it, and they never got back to me. So, it's been 6 months. This is Arthur Murray Award. Okay, Arthur Murray was a huge dance studio chain that taught people how to do all different kinds of dancing. It was around for a long, long time. And this one, this is vintage. Let me show you the little medallion. See the couple dancing with her huge long skirt on. I don't believe it's gold. I think it's brass. I love this couple. He's got on his suit, and he's dipping her over to the side. It does have its jump ring. Here is the back. I believe this one is from the 1970s. And on the back, because you're not seeing that. Buy it now for $19. Hey, Becky, how's it going, my friend? It says that same name, New York. No, just New York, not New York. And then I have my other little magnifier. It's harder to read. This one's not a lot better for me. Anyway, it's a very unusual collectible. Little arm. I believe people either put it on a necklace, it collected like a whole charm bracelet. I'm not really sure. And it comes on this pin that keeps it in its little black velvet original box. I just think it's sweet as heck. Okay, I'm putting it away. Yeah, you're working and lurking. Good for you. I'm doing okay, Becky. You know, my good moments, I have my weird moments, and I have my sad moments, and I don't sleep very well. But right now, in this minute, I'm good, and I'm happy to be with all of you. I mean, I think that's just the nature of grief. Is it's always there. It's forever changing. Oh, there's my animals acting up. Go figure. Okay, I'm going to do one more higher end item. And remember, I'll do recaps, and then I'll move to some lower end buy it nows. This is a Tosco, Mexico, probably 1970s cuff. Crushed turquoise. And what? Coral? Redstone? Not really sure. That's my guess. I feel like it's very weird. I feel like there's almost like a double image. There you go. Let's do that. It's just a silver really reflecting. And it's got a double band. It is small. So I believe, it was made for a small lady, or it's actually a child's cuff. Here's the back. You can see the very worn out 925 and where it started to, it used to have the Tosco. Is what I say. However, even though this is really small, here's the end. It is sterling silver. I wanted to know, well, it looks like it's for a child. Does it fit me? Yes, it does. And it fits me perfectly. And it's really sweet on. Yeah, this ring light. Okay. Bye-bye. Much better. And tell me if I'm glitching. So it fits me, and I'm a 7.25. Now, you couldn't squeeze it smaller. Could you open it bigger and make it like a 7.5, which is the middle of a medium? You could. Would I advise that you mess with this very often? So, or a teen. Yes, Becky. So I would leave it, because this older silver is meant to be malleable, but this is from the 70s. It could be a little older, but the more you bend this constantly, you're going to get a fracture break somewhere. I've broken a couple of my very old sterling silver cuffs. Every time I put it on, bending it just a little so it wouldn't fall off. And now they're broken. So be forewarned. Okay, I will bring that item back Friday. Yep. Same price, starting bid, but it'll be a starting bid. It's one of my high ends. Okay, let's do some lower end buy it nows. I appreciate anyone that's here watching. Hi. Let's do this. Okay. Buy it now. I have no way to say this definitively. There is no markings on this. It's another cuff. everything about it says sterling silver wires to me. What is it made, maybe? It looks like someone just took sterling silver wire that you would use in making jewelry, an artisan. This is like a one-off piece. And maybe sterling silver coated, plated, right? Because it doesn't say 925. And then at the end, they just put these ball caps on it. They don't unscrew. They don't come off. And it looks like there's maybe about 8 to 10 strands. It's a really nice piece. And I think it's silver plated, if not pure silver, but it doesn't say 925. So, when it doesn't say anything, I can tell you for sure. It is a little large on me. I could squash it down. So I'm going to go with a 7.5. It's just a nice thin little $8 cuff. And I have so many cuffs, or I would keep it. Here you go. Mar, what's happening? What's going on? It's Memorial Day here. People are on a 3-day weekend. How are you, Nightmar? Is my buddy Muppets up there with you? Okay, this is going to be a buy it now. George. George. Hold on. Just in time, George. Okay. George has sold to, thank you, George. George. Silver cuff. $8. Thank you, George. You know what? I was thinking of you. I picked it up when I put it in here, and I think you could wear it and you will like it. And $8 is a good deal. Okay. I showed this on Friday and I was unclear what it was. I had it since 2000 when I sold and bought jewelry, vintage jewelry on eBay. And I've gone back and forth as A, did I want to sell it? And B, was it Bakelite? So after having the conversation towards the end of my sale on Friday with Melly, and she said that red Bakelite will show up in a brown or tan color, because I said I tested it in one way, but it didn't show up right. This is Bakelite because it showed up in a tannish color when I did the test. It is cherry red. It is carved through to these white lines. It is 2 different heights. Definitely handmade. Hold on. Maggie? Nope. Every time I get on here, my animals start acting up. So there's 1, 2, 3 places with 5 lines. And then, like I said, it's concave. I don't know why. It fits me. I'm a 7.25. It goes over my knuckles and all of that. I wouldn't want to push it beyond a 7.25. You could take it down to a 7, maybe even a 6.75 and have it here. For this Bakelite piece, which I'm with tests that I did and with talking to Melly, I'm now really convinced, and I remember that's what I bought it as, in 2000. So $16. It's beautiful. And is the color coming out right? God, there's a lag. 30 cents. Yes, it is. Okay. All right. This piece is about to go in my personal collection. So it's going over here because we're right up on it. Okay. What else? What else do I have? I always have so many random things. So let's do this. Nightmare, do you have something like a Memorial Day where you honor? Just curious. In Canada? I would assume that you do. Okay. So this is a teeny tiny, I think, 70s or 80s. Little rhinestone turtle. Pastels. Greens. Orange. Pink. And a couple periwinkles. It's really nicely done. And the colors, this pastel combination was really popular in the 60s. So, but the reason I say 70s, and he's got little white rhinestone eyes, and he's tiny. He's tiny. Look at the reason I say 70s, 80s, because there's no maker's mark, but it could be the end of the 60s. The pin does not go through. The rhinestones are not open to the light, but the pastel colors also came back in the 80s. So, see that? And he's very solid. I mean, this metal, I'm pretty sure it's brass or bronze. It's not going anywhere. I love him. Little tail. He's adorable. And he is, and the rhinestone lights sparkle like crazy. And they did his eyes. It's probably 60s. 1.5 inches long and about an inch wide. Yep. Oh, in honor of Queen Victoria. So here's a little tiny turtle. Let's see, a little tiny turtle. Little tiny turtle, but with a lot of bling going on. Honor of Queen Victoria. Did the king speak? Yes, no? What I'm saying. I might bring him back on Friday also. I'm not sure. Okay, let's do this. I am fascinated by the whole royalty thing. I watched The Crown, the series The Crown, because I don't live in England and I don't live in Canada. So I didn't pay a lot of attention other than just basic history stuff, and that wasn't my major. And I watched The Crown and I was just like, whoa, my jaw was dropping at all the history and the kind of locked in of how they have to behave in the outside world. And I just was like, wow, this is some heavy duty stuff. Okay. Here's the bottom, lacquered mother of pearl and abalone on, I don't know if it's a stone. No, it's resin pendant. It's really beautiful, this circle. And it's probably about 2 by 2. It is on this instead of having a jump ring, it's line. And they did a loop of this beautiful, to hold in on, of this beautiful wrapped gold seed beads. It is it's really nice. And then the toggle closure, if you will, is in with a gold seed bead on a piece of mother of pearl. And it goes, just opens like that. Now, how long is it? Let's put it on Dolly. Today, I'm not going to take things on and off of myself. It's a shorter piece, but it's not so short that it's a choker. I think this is stunning. And were these two originally together? Don't know. Don't care. I think it is a dress down or a dress up piece. And this is most likely more the 70s. And this, I'm thinking this is modern, but it does have that toggle clasp. So who knows? I could be, totally wrong. This is one of those pieces I just don't know. So let me tell you how long it is real quick. The braided gold seed beads, they're large ones. So that's another clue. They're large, not small. So it's probably 80s. Let's go with that. It's a little over 16 inches, and the pendant itself is, 2 by 2. So that would mean the seed beads would come down to right about here on me, and with the pendant right about here. So right like this. Really nice. Good summer piece. Okay, buy it now, $29. Got to put it back in its bag. Everything goes back in. It's just over on Aaron's channel, and he had said it in this nice orange bag, and I said, organza bag. Organza bags. Everything needs to go in organza bags. Okay. You guys want something less expensive, more expensive? What are you all here for? How about this? This, I love plastic. We know that. And then I do a couple household items. I love plastic. I love this piece. This is a buy it now of $15. And interestingly enough, I just saw Steph by the Seashores, a short post that she did. And she had a piece not like this, but stacked black with little spacers. And she was like, Miriam Haskell? And I was like, I have a piece I'm bringing today. And I don't know, I don't know anything about, I do know about Miriam Haskell, but there is no tag on this. I do know that this necklace is from the late 50s, early 60s, and it's the same kind of black and white styling. This is a 3-inch extent. Here's the tiny little drop. Here's the clasp. It shows it's not colored nor varnished, but you can tell it's been around for a while. And then here's the necklace. It is graduated in size, black and white acrylic beads. I love this thing. Look at that. Boom. Buy it now for $50. There's just something aesthetically pleasing about these beads and this mixture of like black and white ball. And it would go with anything because black or white pretty much goes with anything. So you've got both. So it goes with everything, right? Yep. And if I put it on me without the extender, 16 inches with the extender, you could go down to almost 20. Let's hold it on Dolly for a minute without the extender. And I think it's really elegant. And it's pretty seamless. The beads, there's no visible seams. You can't touch seams. I mean, this is like they are made very smooth. I think it's lovely. Okay. Thank you for looking. Nightmare, you didn't tell me if Muppets is still up there. Is Muppets still up there? I'm going to bring this back Friday as well. I can't keep up with this world traveler. Okay, this is going to be a household item. And this can be a buy it now. At 14. Here's the back. There is no hanging hook, but you could get those whatever those plastic, you stick them on and then they have a hook and you can hang them. I can't remember their name. You get them from Amazon. I bought this with something particular in mind, and then I realized that without a lot of work on my part, it won't work for what I was thinking. I love this. This is a typical 70s, 60s, 70s kitsch type of piece. Now, because it doesn't have a hanger, it could be a modern hobbyist like cottage core piece, but I don't think so. Look at those beautiful little white doves with the pink ribbon and that heart, the red heart, and each dove has a pink heart next to it, and then love in cursive at the bottom. Also, that cursive style of love, that reminds me of the way that I used to write to be cool in the 70s. Hi, Bonnie. It's beautiful. And the blues, it's like this blue, gray. And this is, this is not transfer. This is painted. This part is raised. The flowers, you can feel the dots raised up. This is all painted. So see, I was going to do something particular with it, but it would need to be outside. So therefore, I'd have to do a heavy lacquer over it and still hope that the weather didn't damage it. And I just thought, no, as much as I think it's beautiful, I need to pass it along. Bonnie, how are you today? Thank you for popping in. And it is, these are just painted on like pine, 8 inches long by 6 1/4 inches wide. Buy it now for 14. It's pretty thick, and it's got the so this pops up and then it's recessed. Yep. Okay, I'm batting 0, y'all. Help me. Let's do another household item and see what happens. Well, Nightmare, when she gets off the phone, tell her I said hi. That's 18. This one is hard to date. This one is hard to date. And I went down a rabbit hole of teeny tiny pill boxes, if you will. I think this is porcelain, not milk glass. However, it could also be milk glass. It's a mystery to me. So it is hand painted. This is the bottom. It's like a little pill box, right? That's hand painted. For God's sakes, that's a little bit of the old tape. Now, here's why it's hard for me today. And this is where I'm going to get the ring light out of the way. Inside is lusterware. That's a hand-painted butterfly. And that's lusterware. You see that? So that makes me think it's from the 30s to the very early 50s because of the lusterware. Then is it milk glass or porcelain? I don't know. See, here's the lusterware again. A lot of these, like this, hand-painted this size, are made by these famous makers. However, and some of them look just this, and they're asking hundreds of, like $100. But there's no maker. I don't know enough about it, and I can't tell you that this thing is, a George Comer or that or the other, and that it's worth that much money. I have no idea. This is hand painted. Beautiful little old salt house with the path leading away. The big Eyed Susan flowers, kind of like a daisy, but giant. And then maybe a little red irises or something. And the trees and the sky. It's incredibly well done. Incredibly well done. And it's little. And you hear that? I think it's porcelain, not milk glass. And I do believe it's probably verging on antique. It was just, so I decided to put it up starting at 18 and see what happened because I cannot. This is not in my wheelhouse. I know a lot about a little and then a little about a lot. This is not one of those things that I know about. So I just had to be like, well, here's a price. Yeah, here's the price, y'all. And maybe someone out there knows because I do not. And, I'm not going to spend a lot of time. It's about 2 by 2 probably. Maybe a little bigger. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. So I'm getting nowhere fast. Did anyone who came in want me to re-show this incredible antlered red-ware deer? That because I don't do recaps. You can't find this on anywhere. eBay, Etsy, it doesn't matter. I don't know who made this. Shawnee, Royal Copley, I don't know. You can't find any with these giant horns. It's absolutely incredible. Absolute color waves. It's lemon yellow. These legs. This thing is gorgeous. If anyone's interested, let me know. Oh, Patsy M. Hello, Patsy M. Let me know because you can always go to your settings and go from the beginning back through because I don't do recaps, or if you're watching on replay, email me. I think I started this at 25. It's extremely unusual, and it's 8.5 inches tall. Yeah. Okay. Patsy M. Porcelain box. Porcelain box started at 18, Patsy. Are you asking me that? Patsy. Hi, Patsy. Happy Memorial Day. I don't know. And Bits, hello. I don't know if you're asking me if it is a porcelain box or what the price was. So the price started at 18, and I think it's porcelain because of the way it sounds when it goes together. I know it's verging on antique. It's yeah, I don't know a lot about pillboxes. So I do know that some of them sell for $10, right? And others like this kind of style sell for up to $100. And I don't know the difference. I spent like 25 minutes researching that thing. So asking, I think it's porcelain, Patsy. So here, I'll show it again. I think porcelain. And the reason why I think that, it's lusterware on the inside. That dates it to either the 30s or very early 50s. It's a hand-painted butterfly. And then it has sound. That sound is either porcelain or melt glass, but it's not ceramic. That's what I got. Sorry. This is not the wheelhouse. I just thought it was absolutely beautiful with this hand painting. So that's what I got, Patsy. Sorry. That's what I got. Okay. What do I got back here? What do I got? Ooh, sorry. I had to do that. Figure out what was back there. Let me do some more pieces of jewelry, and then yeah, Patsy, that one is, it's 18. So I know the style, that, look it up. That style, do you want me here? I'm going to hold it up and you can take a screenshot. The lid. And then you can look it up and make a determination. I don't recall lusterware being done on melt glass, which is why I'm going with the sound, and because of the lusterware, that it's porcelain. But you can, oh, Patsy. Okay, so Patsy, hold on. First off, let me put in a sold, if I am in my typing box, that would help a lot. Yeah, thank you, Muppets. Sold to, I appreciate it, Patsy. 18. It's really beautiful. That's why I picked it up. So let me write that down, please. Let's see. I can't take 20 for the deer. I will take, let me put this out of the way. I'll take 23. Patsy. Patsy is my no, you're not stepping on any toes, Muppets. Oh, Muppets, you want a mod for me? Who is this lady? Who is this Muppets who's always coming here and just being so kind? Muppets, if you want to moderate for me, go for it. All my custom jewelry is a buy it now, and the household is starting bids for the most part. So Muppets, if you want to help me, thank you. Muppets is adorable, y'all. So Patsy, I would take 23 for the deer because I can't find this deer anywhere. I mean, I went through dozens and dozens of deers looking for, there has to be a mold out there with these antlers. It's nowhere. So, you know. Oh, Muppets. You know, I have sort everything. I'm going to go back into PT and if you're typing all day or you're on the phone and all that, you know, and me, like here, I have to lift, I bring in my firewood all the time. Everything is far away and, you know, ugh, I can relate, honey. Patsy, okay. It's worth it. This thing, I'm having a hard time getting rid of it. So, Muppets, if you want a mod, you could say sold. We could just sold Patsy for 23. It is really, yeah, it was. I knew it was special when I saw it. But I thought for sure, oh, Shawnee Royal Copley, I'll be able to find it. Not at all. You should, Muppets. You could send me your phone number. We could talk on the phone. I would talk to you on the phone, Muppets. I trust you. My phone number is at the bottom of all my emails. Don't tell anyone. I love the color wave too, Patsy. I love the color wave. And there's just none with those horns. So right on. Okay. So yes, Bonnie, same to you. So Muppets, buy it now since you are modding. And if you know, if your neck hurts too much, you don't have to mod for me. You know, you don't have to. It's not a requirement to hang out with me, you know, and chat to mod. But if you want to, Muppets, this is a buy now for 16. Oh, Muppets. Oh my God. Muppets, email me or call me. I don't know what's up in Canada, but we could talk. Muppets. So if you want, this is Muppets. This is a buy it now for, what did I say? 16? I think that's what I said. And you know what? I could do that part and then you could just put sold, Muppets. How's that? I think that would be much easier on you. You could just put sold to whoever. Okay. Yeah. I think that's better. So I thinking 1970s. Oh, upside down. 1970s. This is acrylic. I love the raised silver tone flowers. I like, do you notice how this kind of is a little oval when I'm holding it up on the bottom? It's not straight across. Oh, okay. Muppets, I'm sorry. We'll get it, Muppets. It's silver tone. There you can see there looks like what is a little bit of that wear that silver tone can get. I polished this. It was really oxidized like that. And I polished it and almost all of it came off. And if I continued on, it would. It has great articulation. And the reason why I believe this is 70s, it could even be late 60s, it could even be 50s, is because, but I think it's more 60s, is because of the way the hinge is put together. It's very well done. It's not cheap or chintzy, even though this is thinner metal and it's not stones, but acrylic to look like turquoise. Right. And it's got just your basic, where'd I go? Clasp. like this. I gotta go get my nails redone. I gotta go into the big town tomorrow, like an hour drive. Okay. And then hooks together like that. Now, the one thing about this is that it is a smaller size. It is indeed a smaller size. It does not fit on my wrist. Look how pretty that is. It won't close on my wrist. So I would say that this is a 6.75, maybe a 6.5. Let's go with 6.5 to be safe. You can't really measure these bracelets, the width correctly to get the size, but it's really nice. So I would go with a 6.5, a small. And that's another clue as to the age because it's just so tiny. 16, it's very pretty. And like I said, the oxidation on here was 3 times. And all I did was rub it with a tea towel. And almost all of it is gone. So it's not in the metal. That's my fingerprints. Okay. Okay. All right. We've spent enough time on that. So we will pass. And I will put it back in its organza bag. I appreciate everyone that's here. Yeah. Because I tend to do that, Muppets. I tend to do that. I tend to like start talking about something and completely forget to tell people, what the price is. Okay, Muppets. So Muppets, I love you. Please email or call me. This is a buy it now of $22. Not kidding. $22. This is, yeah. I'm pretty sure this is check glass. This is old. It's green glass. $22 is surrounded by white rhinestones. It's a nice, good size. Is that like silver as opposed to silver tone? I think so. It's not marked. Let me show you what we're working with here. Here's the back. You can see how even though this is probably from a 50, maybe even earlier, and I mean earlier, like antique, there isn't a lot of wear. The silver tone, so to speak, has not worn off. So that makes me think that it is a silver. Now, is it sterling silver or is it 800 silver? I would say probably we're going there more like European 800 silver. It is put together so well. Look at this. And it is an old adjustable ring. Really, I get antique vibes from this. So, no, I didn't bring my mandrel over here because I haven't had a ring sale in so long. Okay. So, sorry. There's a lot of wind today in the left with the pine coming off the trees. So this finger for me is a 7.5. And I have not adjusted it. There is a lot of room to adjust. So if you were going to adjust this to make it bigger, I would do it once and never touch it again. You could make this to, I would say size 8. Okay. Size 8. It's beautiful. I have never had, this is the only one I've ever had in my hands before. And that green check glass is incredible. Yeah. I feel like wearing it for the rest of the show. If I get my nails redone in this colorway, if it would match, I could keep it, but I'm not supposed to. So this is what I believe to be antique. Buy it now, 22. Fancy. I don't know why I'm always surprised. I was just about to put it down. And I always get like this, oh, surprise, someone actually bought something. Well, Patsy, it's yours. Thank you, Patsy. I have like 4 jewelry boxes filled with jewelry, and then like 2 big bowls filled with even more. So thank God, Patsy, I was about to add it to my collection. Oof, I have had this for only about 3 months, maybe 4. And I've only showed it 2 times, maybe 3. I'm gonna miss it. Good for you. But do you mind if I wear it until we're done today? And then I will and then I will put it here in the bag to give to you. It's so pretty. If it had fit like right here, I would not be getting off it. Okay. Thank you so much. All right. So this, do you like my gift from Jason? If you like plastic, if you like plastic and you like your old lucite with all this incredible creams, browns, and black swirl beads graduated, then you like this. It was a gift when I bought something. I love it. Thank you, Patsy. Okay. Miss Muppets. This starts at, I need to $16. No, it doesn't start. It's a buy it now. It's a buy it now at 15. I've had this for a while. I think I'm losing money at this price, but I might be getting back what I paid for it. But I can only hold on to things for so long, and then I've got to get rid of them. Yeah. So here's the deal. There is no clasp on this. I know I say that a lot, but it's true. These are a beige pearl, and I think hold on. Yeah. They're glass pearls. They're hand knotted between every single one. So that says cotton thread. That says a lot about the quality of this, even though they're glass. It's incredible. And this is black onyx. Maybe it's black glass, but I think it's onyx. It has silver tone spacers. I cannot call them sterling silver because I haven't tested them. And so what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These might be real pearls, okay? Because I haven't rubbed it on my teeth, and I don't want to do that. But the hand knotting seems, in between every single one, seems excessive for if it was glass. So 6, and then a piece of onyx. 6 piece of onyx, and the silver spacers, which, like I said, I do not know. I'll put it on Dolly. I hope the beige color is showing. And I do. I have like that 20 to 30 second 16 Muppets. Sorry, I wasn't looking. Oh, thank you, Muppets. Yeah, I love this thing. I mean, and it's a little on the heavy side, just a smidge, not a lot. So, I wear it for so many hours and then take it off. And this is long. This is really long. On Dolly, this is Dolly. If you haven't met Dolly, this is Dolly. And because it doesn't have a clasp, you can't double it. So it's going to be long. Let's see how long that is. Even though I've got this other thing on. To move it out of the way. It comes all the way down to here. I'm going with 26 to 28 inches long. And obviously, I mean, you could be really eclectic like me, and you could wear this pearl and onyx necklace with a tie-dyed open weave top. You could. I think it would be, more elegant with like a t-shirt or a white crisp collar shirt. Yeah. So it is 26 to 28 inches long. Buy it now at 16. And like I said, I do believe that's what I paid for it. And these are likely real pearls. I just don't want to rub my teeth on it right now. So it's I think that's what I paid for it. But I've had it for maybe 6 months. And once I get to showing something like 5 or 6 times, then I bring it down to what I paid for it. And then if that doesn't work, I decide what to do from there. And then at some point I will actually either make a big bag or give it back to like a humane society thing, because I'm not holding on to all this stuff. I went to 2 estate sales on Saturday. The first one was people legitimately getting rid of their stuff, but they still wanted higher prices than were reasonable. The second one was a lady who does an all Murano glassware, an old Jefferson glass. I got one piece. And I was talking to her. I see her posts here in my valley all the time on our community page with stuff. She's one of those people who has bins and bins and totes and totes and totes stacked all over her house because she only accepts top dollar, and she loves it. And I'm like, oh my Lord, I'm never hoarding. Nope. I've got my little space back there. And if it doesn't fit and if it doesn't sell, it's out. I'm like, no. No, I didn't say this to her face. She's a small valley, but I'm thinking, oh Lord, honey, you've been doing this for 30 years and your husband can sit on the couch and go into his bedroom because of your business? No. I think he's trying to deal with it. Okay, Cheryl, 16, and you'll take the 2 bobbleheads. Oh, Muppets. Okay, so we can say that the pearl and onyx necklace is sold to my friend Cheryl. Hi, Cheryl. How's it going this Memorial Day weekend? Thank you so much for being here. I'm assuming you have the day off for 16, and you want both the bobbleheads. Yep, they were $5 each, and you want both. Two bobbleheads. They are so cute. I'm glad you're getting them. I dislike them, but I was just like, I need to whittle down my collection. Excellent. Thank you so much, Cheryl. I appreciate it. I'm putting them back over there so I remember that. Okay, let's do a couple more pieces of jewelry and then a few household items. And I do. Okay. This is the, oh, thank you, Cheryl. This is the only item. No, okay. It can be a buy it now. Muppets can be a buy it now at $39. Muppets. It's a bar pin. Buy it now. Muppets is modding for me, y'all. Please, everyone, tell Muppets thank you. It's her day off and her neck hurts. She pops in here and she's working for peanuts. I mean, I'm not, I'm not offering her money. She just pops in and does this. So this, look at my little holder. I was asking a lot more, and I could continue to do that, or I could get off it. So I'm going to get off it. Oh, God, Muppets. I'm concerned about that. I really want you to email me or something. I have some to say about that. Okay, so this is a bar pin. This is glass. This is green glass. This is possibly an actual amethyst. See how it's cut? It is not gold. It's gold tone. This is not gold. But I'll show you the back in a minute. And then this dark navy blue on both sides here is enameled. It's enameled. Let me take this off and show you the back. Muppets is really great, Becky, right? I'm telling you. Now, here's the back. The pin just barely goes through. So I'm thinking this is a 1970s piece. I've never seen where it has this incredible green glass. What I think it just looks so much like an old deep purple amethyst. I don't think it's glass. It even looks like it has an inclusion. I'll show you in a minute. Then enamel. I've never seen anything like it. So our pin just means it could be a gentleman that wears it, or it could be worn on your tie, right? But, me, I wear brooches everywhere on every shirt and jacket I own. I would just put it up here. Now, I want you to see, if you can, this amethyst. Okay, you see, for instance, right there, how there's that imperfection down at the bottom with the light shining through. And then over here and over here. That is why I think this is legitimately. And then there's all the sparkle. I don't have a precision, but you see all that? So if it was glass, it wouldn't have. See how the green? You got none of that happening. You got reflection. But you don't have, and this is, the back is closed. So you don't have any of this imperfection, so to speak, which perfection means that it's an actual mineral or semi-precious stone. See that? Otherwise, it'd be glass, and it would just be solid, and it would have the same light shining through it on every faucet at every minute. It just wouldn't be like that. So there, and it is about 4 inches long, and with the drop, maybe 2. Oh, yes. Thank you for putting Becky's channel in there. Becky, so think about this. This is a really good. I know that it is. Becky, are you having a sale? Is it tonight or this afternoon or is it tomorrow? Becky, please tell us. I think I'm going to bring it back on Friday also. Becky, tell us. Tell us all about it when you get a chance. I know you're working and looking. But Becky, tell me about this. You were saying on Erin's channel how you had an upcoming sale with Angie and maybe Angie and Trisha. I was getting ready for my sale, so I don't remember. Muppets, this 1950s atomic pin is gonna be a buy it now at 18. I have brought this so many times. And how on God's green earth am I only just now noticing the maker's mark? I don't understand that. Germany. It's made in Germany. So Muppets, retract that, please. This starts at 24. Good Lord. I cannot tell you it. I got this, I think, maybe 6 months before my father passed. He passed on March 5th. Remembering him and my mother today. And I never noticed there was a name on it. I talk about grief brain. Good Lord. Okay. Sorry about that. Here's the back wedge pin in there, and it's meant to do this. I've had another one where it literally does that. And this is where it says Germany, which y'all are not going to be able to read, but it says Germany, but it's not East or West, or it's just Germany. So, and it is atomic. It is an atomic brooch. It is. So not only does it have this beautiful, clear rhinestone dome coming up, but it has etched into this metal disc this silver foil design. So it's got sparkles going on every which way. This is like a 1950s, late 50s kind of atomic, modern MCM brooch. It's incredible. This thing is incredible. I love it, but I have so many brooches. See there? It's a really nice one. And at first I thought this meant that this was broken. It's not. I've had a couple like that, and it's just something about a screw or connection that they use to put this on that also holds this on, that for some reason it's loose. No problem, Muppets. So I've never seen another pin like this. I did 6 months ago. I did my research. I couldn't find anything. Now, if y'all find something like it and you can tell me more about it, please do. 2 inches across, 2 inches in diameter. 24. God, it's just stunning. Okay. And this one I'm right up on keeping because I've brought it so many times. Okay. Just as a reminder, I brought this little Joseph's Original. This is called Sleeping Beauty. The butterfly is intact. She has her original sticker. She is porcelain. She's in the 60s. If you have her Sleeping Beauty and the print, they go for $140. Singularly, they go for $40 to $50. And I believe I was asking $25 for. There's a little bit of crazing, but other than that, there's absolutely nothing wrong with her. So just wanted to remind you, since I don't do caps, I also want to, I'm going to do this to remind everyone, because I haven't gotten around to making a short, that I have a set of 5 of these Mary Mushroom Cannon, Sears and Roebucks, 1970s. There is 2 this size that are in perfect condition. Then this is a whole thing. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Then, is it this one? Nope. Then, and so there's the back have 2 and the front have 3. These are so collectible. Then there's this one in between medium and large with the mushroom tops. And then there is a real medium. It has a hairline crack right here like that. I repaired it with Gorilla Glue. It shouldn't be going anywhere. And there is the large size. So that's 5 altogether. The large, the mushroom is gone. So you would need to buy a new lid. I set them at $128 and I will take offers. Okay. These are, I have to have canisters up here, but these take up too much room on my shelf. So please look at my, its actual post. It's not a short, but I'm about to make where I take a bunch of pictures and do a short. And once I do that, I'm pretty sure they'll be sold out rapidly. They are so collectible and for good reason. Look at them. I love them. Okay. Moppets, are you okay? Are we good? Okay. This is a buy it now of $30 Muppets. Okay. So buy it now of $30, please, and thank you, Muppets. This is European paper thin antique glass. It is that it's not, lace is not the right word. Oh my Lord. It's lamp work. Okay, this is called lamp work glass. And there are some very famous makers of lamp work glass out there. But the main ones, when I put this in on a search, and I've had a piece like this before, when I put, it's crystal, when I put this in a search, they have like a bear or something hugging them, and those are hundreds of dollars. And that's another name I forgot. Look at this. It is so thin. I'm afraid of holding it up. But if I ship it to you, it will be wrapped, like probably in a box, wrapped. Here is the top. And there's nothing wrong with it. You can see. Can you see? I'm trying to get you to be able to see the lines. Oh, there you go. Becky's on Angie's. Oh, tonight. Okay, that's what I was thinking. There is, I want to show you, it's paper thin. It's these fluted balls. I wanted to show you the little lines in the glass. but it's not coming across on my end. Sorry. Okay, so I can't. Just trust me on this. Look at this. So they literally blew this glass. It is paper thin. It is crystal. And they took these lines, this swirl, this lamp work, and then swirled it all the way up, made a little bubble here, and swirled all, and it's like a kind of a orangey pink with white. And it is about 7 inches tall. Yeah, this thing is just stunning. And there's no way I can let it go for less than that. But like I said, it will be double boxed. This will be in a box with like everything in the world, and another box. So it doesn't even weigh an ounce. Okay, it doesn't. But if I ship it, it's got to be done right. Look at that. It still had some water. Ooh, listen. Hear that ting? That's crystal. Most antique glass from Europe is crystal, just so you all know. I wonder if it glows. And Muppets, I see you have a question, so hold on, honey. It does not glow. I have had in the past the most stunning England cadmium glass that just glowed like nobody's. Okay, I'm putting that back there super carefully. Now, Muppets. Oh, I did not sell that cuff, Muppets. It was $25, I think. Is that right? 20. Muppets. 25 or 30. I don't remember anymore, Muppets. Do you remember? Trust you. This little old Mexico sterling silver Texaco with the crushed turquoise. I believe that is big. Why is it going right out of my head? Not coral. Come on, y'all. What's wrong with me? Why can't I remember the name of the red? What is wrong with me? You all know what I'm talking about with the double bands. It's got markings in here. It's pretty worn out. This is an old one. I mean, it could be, but someone wore this. There's no other bids. It was for 30. Okay, this could be much older than the 70s because I think it's a child. It could be one of those Harvey houses or whatever. Okay, Muppets, I will put it in for you. Thank you, Muppets. Is it a gift for someone? Woo! If I could type. Oh, Muppets. Okay. Yeah, there seems to be postal worker strikes. Like there one a couple months ago, and then I heard there was another one, and Muppets. I can invoice you. I can hold it, whatever. I don't know. It's gorgeous. It's so pretty. And do you remember me saying you can stretch? It fits me 7.5. You can stretch this out to bigger, but once you stretch it to your size, leave it. Don't keep bending it, or you're gonna eventually break the very malleable sterling silver. Okay. What the heck was I gonna say? It will. You can bend it a little more, Muppets, but Don't then leave it. Find just the right spot and then leave it. Don't clamp it on every time you put it on. Get it right to the right place, put it on, and leave it. I don't have Nightmar's address. So email that to me, okay? Thank you. How about this, y'all? See you later. Have a great time with Angie. Thank you for popping in. Okay, Muppets. This is a start. It's a household item, paperweight, start of 24. Thank you for everyone who is here. Thank you, Muppets. Yeah, please do. And then why don't you send an address, and then why don't you send me another email when the strike is over? So this is an older paperweight. You can tell that by the remnants of the, let's do this right. The remnants of the tag on the bottom. It reminds me of, oh Lord, going into Chinatown. I would visit San Francisco as a child, and there was this kind of inventory stand that were white with the red, and then they'd have some kind of information and the price on them. It's totally polished. It's got like a whole universe going on in here. It's a little heavier. It's yellows, blues, reds, browns, white. Reminds me of like a totally insane marble. There's some little bit of bubbles. I would date this to the 60s or 70s, possibly the 80s. Look at this side. It's hard to show these things. That is what I have. See here. I mean, there's lots of little bubbles entwined within like the blue that's coming up over here on the white, down here on the yellows. It's just in a little bit of silver fritz. Do you see that? It's really hard to show these things properly. I'm never satisfied with the way that I show them, and I have a hard time selling them because they don't show correctly. I don't know what that's about. Maybe that's better. You see the blue? There you go. Do you see blue, and do you see the bubbles in it? There you go. See the bubbles pulled along the colors? Yeah. And it's about 2.5 by 2.5. Muppet. I totally do. Oh, that's a good one. I totally do. This one is very much, the bubbles along the blue is like intentional controlled. And then there's some big ones down here. And then the rest of it is like this lava slag glass. It's on the bottom, and then there's a big bubble of the colors on the top. I just, I miss the 70s and 80s too, Muppets. So it's got a lot going on. That I mean, you know, we will pass. I just can't ever show them correctly. I don't get it. Hey, I just knocked my flashlight down. Okay, so this is going to be a buy now for 24 Muppets. We're going to pass on the paperweight. And there is the longest lag. Super balls. I had them and they were all different sizes and throw them against the wall all day long and pray to God that you caught it, because otherwise you had to go all across the grounds and, to go get the thing unless it went into the street or went down the drain or, it was a whole thing. But, thank God, because that was our exercise. I was outside and playing all the time. Okay, I've shown this many times. This is glass, AB coated with pins and clear rhinestones on the top. It is not plastic. Everyone I've ever had in my hand of these type of brooches has been plastic. This is actual glass. See the old pins with the rhinestones on the top? It's gorgeous. Yellows, pinks, blues. It's about 2 by 2. I believe it's from the 70s. No maker. These are glass. I mean, that's just, to me, I was really surprised. I assumed it was plastic when I picked it up. And said when I brought this on Friday that I had brought it, and I'm not making a lot at this price. I paid it. But I said on Friday when I brought this that if someone didn't buy it on Friday, I want to keep it. So this is the last time this is making an appearance, and it's going to be mine. It's beautiful. Okay. Oh, Muppets. Yeah, 100%. Or, you get a beautiful, like old, well, you wouldn't want Victorian, but like some kind of old clothing item, like a body coat or something, and kind of tack it out and frame it, not the ones with the crinoline ruffles, on the wall and pin it on that, or shadow boxes. There's so many things you could do. Okay, so this, since nobody's buying it, is now going in my personal. It's going way over here, because unless someone claims it on their replay. Okay. What else do I have? Random stuff. I hesitate to bring some of it. I'm getting close to the end of what I'm going to be showing tonight. Everyone, just so you know, tonight, this afternoon, wherever you're at. Okay, this is a buy it now of $29. I could get more for this, but I could. I paid up for this, and I've only had it 3 months, maybe. But I have a lot of new stock, and I'm all about moving it and clearing it out. So this is a more contemporary, but absolutely beautiful Murano bead chain necklace. I would say 90s, 2000s. I really, I'm not good. I just know by the chain that it's not super early. I love these beads. And it's just a gold tone chain. But these beads are absolutely phenomenal. And I'm assuming, you know, I've never looked into it, but I know there's older. And then I'm assuming they still make this, right? Definitely Murano, Italy. And then it's just on this very light rectangular gold tone chain with barrel clasp. So the barrel clasp could date it to the 80s, 90s, right? It wouldn't be as common in the 2000s. So I'm going to go with 90s. Yeah, I'm going to go with 90s. It's really so pretty. And this is attached with first a jump ring. Hold on. A wire jump ring right there. And then it's held on at the end with a rod. So this is one of those wires that has the rod at the bottom, and they wrapped it to make the pendant. I mean, I even have a suspicion that this could be older Murano beads and a chain that someone, because there's jump rings. Hold on. Let's look at this for a second. Yeah, the way that these beads are made, they just put one piece of metal through and then close it with needle nose pliers and connect it to this chain. So I even have a suspicion, and let me show it on Dolly, that they could be older beads and then someone repurposed it onto this chain. It's a long piece. The fact that it goes way down past Dolly like that, I'm going to go with it's probably about 26 inches. So it probably hits about here at the bottom. And I think it's beautiful. So that's what we're working here. I haven't shown this in a while. Thank you for looking. And it is, yeah, it's nice. It's very nice. Okay. Let's see. 3:30, y'all. Let me see. Is there anything else I really want to bring? I don't know. I always put stuff over here, and then when I get towards the bottom, there's some stuff that I just start being like, this is not worthy. Why am I, you know, bothering with this? Okay, passing on that item. Let's do choice 18 starting bid. Choice 8 starting bid, please, Muppets. And Muppets, is your neck okay? Just be sure, because if it, I'm going to end soon. So then you can go like put, if you have one of those heating things you heat up in the microwave, or you can make one with rice in a pillowcase, we can talk about that. That's what you need to do. Okay. Along with other things you could do. So there's two. These are, so there's two different bottoms. I believe one is older and one is newer. They're both Fire King Hazel Atlas. They're about 6 inches tall. This one is in this like pastel peach. Fire King is a type of melt glass, usually has more like opalescence in it. I love the palm leaves. I was saying when I showed these, I don't remember when, that they could be, yeah, I think this one is the older one because of this bottom, that these could be like drink cups in a tiki bar. Here's the inside. Here's how tall. So you have this pastel peach or this like kind of soft periwinkle blue. And the bottom on this one is different. See that? Same design. I think they'd be good together, but that's completely up to you. So your choice, blue or pink. Boom. Thank you, Muppet. Oh, excellent. Oh, Voltaren on your neck. Okay, just don't use too much on your neck because there's so much big veins right here and all that Voltaren, since it's a Tylenol, it's going up into your brain really quickly. Tylenol, it's not Tylenol, it's Advil or Motrin. Advil. Aleve, that's what Voltaren is. Aleve. So in general, they want to use Voltaren on big muscle areas, not near veins. So it doesn't mean it's bad. It just use less. That's my doctor advice for the day. Hashtag not a doctor. Hashtag not a doctor. That's my advice. Having suffered from chronic pain forever. Okay, this is going to be the last item that I show. I think. You look over here. No, it's not. I'm going to show. No, it's not. No problems, Muppets. And there's all, CBD patches, but I don't know about Canada and the laws up there. I don't know if there's dispensaries. I don't have a clue. But going to bed at night and slapping on a CBD pouch, I wouldn't put it right here. I'd put it down, right at the top of my shoulder blades. It's just CBD. So you don't get stoned. You don't get high. It's just a patch. And it relaxes the muscles enormously. Okay. All right. So this is going to be a household item. Well, you could put it right back here in between your shoulder blades and it will all go up there. I had frozen neck and frozen shoulder. That's how my fibromyalgia started 25 years ago. And I was packing all day long I was cleaning the house and packing up the car to go on, my family, myself, my husband, my daughter's 2-week camping trip, which we did every summer, 2 to 3 weeks, all day long. And, I don't know, early 30s. And at the end of the day, I went to pick up the garbage bag from the kitchen and put it in the garbage can outside. And lifting it up to put in the garbage bag, something just snapped. And I could not move my neck. I was in excruciating pain. We went anyway, but and then my masseuse friend got that out, and my neck moved a little bit. I couldn't move at all. And 2 weeks later, it came back, and eventually that went away. But the chronic pain has been there ever since. Frozen shoulder. Okay. Email me. We'll talk. So this is going to be a household item. This and the last jewelry item. The household item is starting bid at $24. Vibro. Oh, really? Okay. Please email me, Muppets. Start with an email, and then maybe we can talk tomorrow night when you're done working. Okay, do that. God, I'm sorry. So many of us, especially women, have this. So this starts at $24. Eventually, I'm going to have that room set up, y'all. You can't tell, but this is an open concept, but I have a little office back there, all walled off. And all my vintage is only going to be in there. And my shipping and everything, not going to have right now. This is all on my dining room table, and I hate it. I'm very OCD. I hate this. Okay. This, obviously, they at one time came in pairs. I love everything about this. I considered gifting this to my friend Karen. Kitten Chasing Vintage, who loves everything orange. This is an orange and yellow. These faux little handles. I just love how they got the glaze on there. Such a good job. See the footed. It is a taper candle holder. You know who it's made by? Hull, USA. Now, that's what all the listings say is Hull, H-U-L. And there's the mold number 67, USA. If I didn't buy this from someone and know that they Hull and then do my research, I would have assumed it was just California pottery because of the USA. It's an older piece of absolutely stunning, like the orange with the feather yellow. Do you see how it feathers? This is very 1970s. 1960s, this orange, MCM, this orange color was so popular in the 60s to the 70s. And then they just feathered that glaze out so beautifully. And there's a few of them on eBay. There's a few. There's not a lot. Karen has great taste. She does. Karen has great taste. All her aren't bittersweet. Orange. Orange is a great color. It is almost 4 inches tall by almost 4 inches wide without the handles. It's a beautiful piece, and if it doesn't sell here today, starting bid at $24, it will sell. I paid up for it. It's coming out of my personal collection. And I love the little handle. So I know it's a taper candle holder, but you could use it as a planter. I would never know the difference. I thought it was a planter when I saw it. Oh, Lord. I have to put this, sorry, down very carefully. Sorry. Because the antique glass is back there. Okay. Now, this is a buy it now of $18. Oh. Yes, Muppets. I like those ideas. I really do. I mean, I am very eclectic, and I must have a little bit of like artistic thinking in my head, because I see an object like this vase, and I think, no, instead of a vase, use it to drink from. I see a deeper or that square, and I think, well, it could be a planter. I don't know. That's just me. That's just my brain. And I think that a lot of people, if not most people who like vintage, have that same kind of thought process where we see things and we think about all the possibilities. And, you know, some of us want our stuff lined up, you know, all the crystal all together, whatever. But like me, everything is all just mishmashed over there, but in a way that makes sense, right? It's eclectic. And I think part of why we love this is because we reuse, we repurpose, and we think out of the box. Okay. I don't know anything about this flower, if it's actually a maker's hang tag or just a cute little thing that the artist put on it. It's wire wrapped. It is a copper. Here's the hook. There's the chain. And then it has these incredible green and pink, like cat eye beads. Again, you see the wire wrapping? Going around like that, and then it wraps on the bottom, and then there's a little jump ring in between, and then does it again, and then it's wrapped on the bottom, right? And look at the cat's eye. These are like marbles. Incredible. I think I could be asking $25 for this and get it all day long, and I probably should have, and I will on Friday. I can tell you that if this doesn't sell today, I will be asking $25. So this is like on this end is like an extender of about 2 inches. So let's see. Whoop, let's do that again. Let's see. On me. Come on. On me. There it is, hooked on. And there's only like 3 chain links left. But there is, you know, I can put my finger through. So I would say I'm 7.25. Look at the green and pink with that cat's eye that moves all around. I love this. The copper wrapping. It's a beautiful piece. I would say this could fit up to a 7.5 and a small at 6.75 wrist. And like I say, if it doesn't sell today, that's fine. I'm going to bring it back at a starting bid of 25. And that, along with this, is now Pat's, is my last item of today. Thank you, Muppets. I'm so happy that that you're there with Nightmare. And yeah, email me. I'm like wondering about, you know, things. Yeah. And I'm sure, you know, I was exhausted last night. I've actually finally come out of like the lethargic, can't even get dressed grief mode, at least for now, for the last couple of days. And I've been really busy, but I saw that Dandy was on last night, and I'm sure that y'all were there. And did you have a good time, Dandy? I just this morning watched the preview setup for her sale, and I was listening to her and how busy she was, and you know, and I was just thinking, my gosh, she is one hard-working, lovely person and mother and friend. I mean, all those things, right? Yeah. So it's just about that. Hey, Patsy, this ring is coming off because it's yours. I can't keep it. All right. Oh, listen. Muppets, thank you for modding. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, everyone who's popped in today. Remember, like you could forget, that it's Memorial Day. And, you know, even when it's not Memorial Day, remember that we have a lot of people, you know, our neighbors, our friends in our community who are elderly, who are going through a hard time, who just need someone to go knock on their door and say, who maybe need help carrying groceries into their house or to their door. Maybe they didn't want you in their house. Maybe you could smile at the lady behind the checkout counter and say thank you. You know, just, you don't know what people are going through. And sometimes people are mean because they're hurting. So step back for a minute and approach with love and kindness and compassion, please. Okay? We can do this every day. Doesn't have to be only on one day when we remember those who gave for us. We can do it all the time before they're gone. Thank you. Look forward to talking with you, Muppets. And I'll see everyone on Friday if you would like to. For my show and tell, please give me a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. I'm trying to build up my business now that I'm a big old 64 adult who doesn't have to be a caregiver to either one of my parents because they're both gone now. Yeah. I appreciate you. Tell Nightmare that I said goodbye, Muppets. Bye, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, Patsy.